Joining me now is Ilyse Hogue, the president of NARAL Pro-Choice America. And Ilyse, it's interesting. I've been seeing a lot of head scratching among conservative writers and folks opposed to abortion rights about why Planned Parenthood has not taken a bigger hit. Here's the latest NBC News poll showing that the net favorability of Planned Parenthood is better than Barack Obama, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and Donald Trump, among others. Is it surprising to you the resilience in the popularity of Planned Parenthood after these last few months?
No, it's not surprising at all. It's not surprising because 7 in 10 Americans believe in legal abortion, actually trust women and our families to make our own decisions. And it's not surprising because of the number of lives that Planned Parenthood has touched. Cecile Richards in that room today has done more for women and Americans' health than anyone else sitting there. And Americans know that. Therefore, they're going to continue to be there. We were part of a coalition that delivered 2 million petitions to Congress to stand with Planned Parenthood today. Where are their 2 million petitions? Where's their Cecile Richards? They won't even let David Daleiden, who's the guy behind these bogus videos, testify because they know he can't withstand the truth.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised by that, actually. The organization that conducted this fairly sophisticated operation of setting up sort of fake organizations and getting in with cameras to produce these videos, the person who runs that, you would think the Republican committee would want to hear from him also.
You know, the Republicans, what was interesting about today is it was a perfect pageant of the extreme GOP priorities, right? There was a total disregard for facts. There was a complete denigration and disdain for women, Cecile most specifically, but women in general. And there is this obsession with outlawing abortion at the expense of everything else that needs to happen in this country. David Daleiden is the perfect example of that, but he can't actually testify because the GOP knows he's a house of cards that will fold.
You know, the other context that struck me as relevant here, this is some data from the Guttmacher Institute. You know, unwanted pregnancies and abortions are actually trending downward. We're seeing great movement in the teen pregnancy rate as well. So there's actually been positive movement in the direction towards people being able to control their own reproductive health and choose affirmatively when they want to bear a child. That is totally removed from the kind of reality that is being painted inside that committee room.
Absolutely removed. And that's because, you know, what I say all the time is these folks are not actually anti-abortion. If they were, they would join hands with us and fight for universal access to contraception, paid parental leave, the kinds of things that support working families. What they are is anti any woman living her life any way different from what they see fit. And that's just completely out of step with how most Americans live today. So they're going to get theirs.
All right, Ilyse Hogue, great thanks. Don't miss Cecile Richards, who will sit down exclusively with Rachel Maddow coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern. Up next, some people I truly admire.